welcome to the Teaching Corner. We've been doing a series on executive functioning, and today we want to talk about flexible thinking, which is the ability to think about something in a different way, and shift, which is the ability to let go of an old way of doing things. So the reason that flexible thinking is important is because it helps our students in many different ways. So for reading, for example, if they're talking about peel, the student might immediately think of like peeling a banana or the banana peel. But then if you're talking about the word slip, they might think don't slip on the banana peel, but then slip could also mean sign the permission slip. So we're helping kids understand that we can use words in multiple different ways. It also helps them because they're able then, when they're able to think flexibly, they're able to think about multiple characters and the perspectives that those different characters bring to the story. Even though they might all be experiencing the same story, they may be experiencing it in a different way. Flexible thinking is really important in writing because not only do our kids have to be flexible enough to go back and read their writing to see, did I do a topic sentence, 3 supporting sentences, a concluding sentence, but they also have to then check for spelling and check for grammar. So using something like COPS, and I'll put a link down below, and also using like a visual cue for writing a paragraph, which I can also put a link down below for both of those, helps students become flexible thinkers. It helps them when they're learning language to be flexible because it helps with rules, not only to generalize rules like adding ed to make a word past tense, but also knowing that there's always exceptions to the rules. Like instead of saying go-ed, we say I went to the store. So flexible thinking is also really important in math because students can learn that you can solve a problem multiple different ways. And one way that we can help students with flexible thinking in math is to provide cheat sheets so that they know when they come to certain words, we will do this particular operation. And I'll put a link down below to a video that I did on math names that help us identify whether we add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Flexible thinking also helps with studying because we may need to have several different study strategies for different subjects. You're going to study for English differently than you're going to study for math, and kids have to be flexible to know that they can do those different kinds of studying. So some of the ways that we can also help kids, besides giving them some of these study strategies and things, is to change routine. Don't always do everything the same every single day. Even if you say you're going to do something, sometimes you may want to change your plans and change routine to help kids be flexible and to practice that flexibility. You can also talk about perspectives. So maybe you have a picture of a classroom and the student is able to see that one student is smiling and one student is asleep and one student looks confused and one student looks angry. Or maybe in a story where you're reading about different characters and you can talk about how those different characters are experiencing this particular situation to show them that things happen and people feel differently about the exact same thing. And you can also practice this through social stories or through role playing so students can see how they can react to something and change the way they react. For instance, if they do something that isn't the way you would want them to, we can say next time let's, and fill in the blank with the behavior that you would like to see. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!